Which new metal debut do you prefer? Korn by Korn or System of a Down by System of a Down? Today, we'll be looking at and comparing Korn's 1994 self-titled debut album on Epic Records to System of a Down's 1998 self-titled debut album released on American Records. Both Korn and System of a Down had iconic, groundbreaking nu metal albums released in the 90s. They also both came from around the same area, LA for System of a Down and Bakersfield for Korn. But that's about where the similarities end between the bands. System of a Down is known for making largely political songs and records. Even on songs dealing with more personal matters, frontman Serj Tankian takes the perspective from a more societal view. For example, track 7, Soil, on System of a Down, is about Serj's friend's suicide. This song is not just Serj lamenting about his friend's tragic death, it's also looking at society and the expectations put on men to be a man, or, you know, the reasons unknown for someone's death, to quote the song. Now, if we compare that to Korn, Korn songs look far more inward compared to System of a Down. Tracks deal with childhood trauma, drug addiction, and frontman Jonathan Davis's tragic molestation as a child. Very few of Korn's early albums dealt with anything societal beyond child abuse. One of the very few examples that come to mind is track 11 on their second album, Life is Peachy, called Adidas, which stands for All Day I Dream About Sex. Based on the music video and also the lyrics within the song, it seems to be a commentary on the porn industry's corrupt nature. Now that we have some understanding of what the songs are about, we should dive into how they sound sonically and compare the two albums. System of a Down begins with a song called Sweet Pea. Guitarist Darren Malakian begins this song with fast harmonic screeches before Serj Tankian's rap-like screams overtake the song. With lyrics like "The Falling of Christ" and "I Wanna Fuck My Way to the Garden," this song is very clearly about some form of religious resentment. Comparatively, Korn begins with a very slow intro that creeps up and introduces each member individually. Guitarists Monkey and Head come in on guitars before Fieldy comes in on bass and Dave on drums, right as Jonathan Davis screams. Jonathan's opening vocal line isn't just introducing the song, or the album, or the band, it's introducing a whole genre of music, which is frankly awesome. Thematically and lyrically, Jonathan Davis writes of feeling stuck inside your own mind and hiding away from yourself, intentionally blinding yourself with lyrics like, "This place inside my mind, a place I like to hide. You don't know the chances, what if I should die?" One common ground between these two CDs is they're both very much so rhythmically focused. This is probably due to nu metal's heavy inspiration from rap and hip hop. Artists like Ice Cube and the Wu-Tang Clan collabed with both Korn and System of a Down. We're getting a little sidetracked though. Some other key tracks on System of a Down include Sugar, a very fast-paced, anti-consumerist message, or the more slower-paced Spiders, along with strange avant-garde songs like Mind or Peephole. As this album continues, you get songs like Clown, which is about bullying, or Shoots and Ladders, about the way entertainment influences the way children look at the world, and the tragic conclusion to this album, Daddy. Daddy is a very difficult song to listen to. It's about the molestation Jonathan Davis faced by a babysitter as a child and his parents' lack of concern or lack of trust in him. The song begins with a slow, melodic message to Jonathan's mother about how he loves her and he's sorry for this, but he needed to get out his pain. Jonathan screams, "You raped, I feel dirty, it hurt as a child." He's clearly coming undone. He's unraveling on this song before ultimately ending in almost 5 minutes of uninterrupted crying and screaming. Daddy is easily the saddest song I know of and the darkest I know of. I think overall, Korn's self-titled speaks to me more. Maybe it's because I look more inward than comparatively to the external world, or maybe it's just because I like the way Jonathan Davis sings, but this album does more for me than System of a Down. Um, and I think it's far more impactful to music. Without it, we may not have System of a Down. Well, yeah, System existed. I don't think a label would have been as willing to have signed this weird blend of rap, metal, and Armenian folk and promote them as heavily as they did without the success of Korn. By the time this album came out, Korn had two or three incredibly successful records under their belt. They were household names at that point. They'd even spawned Limp Bizkit and a bunch of other new metal bands. New metal wouldn't exist without this record. But at the end of the day, that's just my opinion. It's my take. Let me know yours in the comments, and if there are other albums you'd like me to cover on this series, or if you'd like to even see this as a series continue. I know it's really long-winded. This video went to 6 minutes, which is much longer than I usually do. You can check my Discogs if there's any albums you'd like me to cover, or anything. I take any suggestions for content, and I just want to know what you want to see. So, have a good day, and keep on rocking in the free world.